So for the first DIY, let's make a whimsical clay beader necklace, and I will be making a necklace inspired by forest and fairy core. So first I am sketching it out. I am gonna sketch a rough draft for this. So I'm thinking of making a green aesthetic necklace. Now let's get started. First I'm making the butterfly. One thing I'll suggest is to make the beads a bit thin or flat so that it will be easier to attach the jump ring. Finally, I'm making the leaf beads. Here I am using 2 shades of green acrylic paint. Initially, I thought of painting a red mushroom, but since I was going for a green aesthetic, I changed into. I I didn't change. I changed the painting into a green one. I feel like adding golden paint made all of this look so much more better. And now to add the whimsy. And now to attach the beads to the jump rings and to the chain. This part took so long and I struggled with it a lot because I made the beads a bit thick. So basically you open one jump ring and you slide it through the hole. You close the jump ring. As you can see me struggling to close it, and then you open another jump ring using pliers, and then you slide it through the first jump ring and you also slide it through the chain. There might be an easier way to do it, but I don't know that. So if you know any, please comment down below. Okay, and this took so long to attach all the beads, but finally it's done.
2,000 years later.
I am so happy with the result, and this necklace looks fit for a fairy, specifically for a forest fairy or an earth fairy. So for the second DIY, I flattened a bit of brown clay and then I stuck it to the body of a container. Here I am making an ice cream jar. Then I am rolling the jar to smoothen out the clay and removing the excess clay. Finally, I am making the marks for like the cone, as in the ice cream cone. And now to make the whipping cream. So you need a piping bag, and for the whipping cream I am using soft clay. You can use other materials, but since I'm comfortable with clay, I am gonna use clay. And if the clay is a bit hard, if the soft foam clay is a bit hard, you can mix a little bit of water with it. So first cut a bit of the piping bag from the top and then put the nozzle. After that, roll out the clay and put it inside the piping bag. And you can use a ruler for the clay to be fully inside, to fully reach the top. And now put a bit of glue on the lid and start decorating it. And now I'm gonna use beads to finish up the DIY. And that is the ice cream jar all completed. You can store any knickknacks in it, and currently I am storing my clips in it. For the third DIY, I am going to be making a mushroom brush holder. For the base, I am mixing green and brown air dry clay, and I am gonna flatten it out. Next, I am pinching the sides to make it hollow, a bit hollow. And now I am making the mushroom. holder on completed. For the final and the last DIY, I am making a pipe cleaner flower lamp. First take 5 pipe cleaners and fold them like so. After that, take one from the 5 pipe cleaners and tie them around the pipe cleaners, 4 other pipe cleaners. Next, arrange the pipe cleaners. Take one of the longer bits and tie them together. Then flatten out the pipe cleaners using your fingers. And then cut off the excess. Repeat the same process for making all the 6 petals, and I also made the leaf using the same process. And you can make more leaves if you want, but I made one. After this, you need thick wire, and this was my first time using a wire cutter, so I was very impressed with it.
Oh my god!
After this, fold the wire into a circle. Twist green pipe cleaner into the circular wire and use another piece of wire to make the stem. Stick the petals to the wire. If required, you can add more wire for extra support. And finally, I am using fairy lights. And this is how it looks. This looks so magical, both with lights on and lights off. Oh my god, this looks even more magical with lights off, and I'm very happy with how all of this turned out. Doesn't it feel like a perfect thing for a little fairy to read under the flower? Maybe she's reading a book sitting under it, and you can even use it as a night lamp, obviously. And that is basically it. These are all the DIYs completed. Thanks for watching.